And welcome back, everyone, to part 12. 12 of What If Naruto had gone rogue and started his own village. Last time on Naruto What If, Sasuke is kind of rogue, but there's more to that. But he went on per orders of Danzo to go confront Itachi and bring back his eyes. Because they belong to the elite, they belong to your clan. Obviously, he would have taken them for himself. But the fight with Sasuke and Itachi goes roughly the same, although Itachi is unable to remove the curse mark. He wound up in the hands of Obito, courtesy of Zetsu, was given the truth of what happened, and that Danzo, the man he had been working for this entire time, had been lying to him, and that he's been using him. And ultimately, Sasuke now vows revenge on Danzo and the Leaf. But he's also been asked, okay, but first, I want you to do something for me. You're gonna have to, if you want my help, you get your revenge, you gotta do one thing for me. Bring me the Eight Tails. Luckily, I've got a couple extra recruits here who are willing to help you out on that. And therein brings in Kabuto with the remaining Sound Force. So Getsu, I may have said he was there previously. I'm backtracking on that. He's probably still in lockdown. But Suigetsu is locked down, Jugo would be locked down, but the Sound 4, by all accounts, is still very much alive. He's used their DNA to augment himself, but they're still very much alive. And so, and Sasuke is very well, and he has his Mangekyo activated, all that. Now, someone did bring up in the comments, and it is a actually fair question that I didn't consider, and I wondered if I'd have to backtrack. Wouldn't Itachi try to use, oh god, I always butcher the name here. Koto, hold on, I'm gonna go Shinsui Uchiha or Shisui Uchiha, Shisui Naruto. What was the name of his damn technique? Where's the damn technique's name? Hold on, it's a name that is so mouthy, like so soupy in my mouth, like so large. Okay. Oh yeah. Koto Amatsu Kame. Relatively easy to say when I can read it, but to remember it off the top of my head, not so easy. Koto Matsu Kame. Why didn't Itachi use that in his fight with Sasuke? Or did he use it and did it not work? What happened there? And someone brought that up. I'm like, that's a good point, because I keep forgetting that little aspect here whenever I have Itachi and Sasuke face off, and Itachi's not facing Naruto. And I mean, because Itachi has never actually met Naruto at this point. So my logic in this scenario is this. I don't, because remember, Itachi also tried using Sugayome, which is arguably the stronger of the two jutsus. Which is arguably the stronger of the two jutsus, and Sasuke ultimately ended up beating it with just his Sharingan. Granted, it was taxing on him seriously, but it's still, he was still able to counter, and that's arguably the stronger technique between the two. Yes, Koto Matsu Kame is mind control, but there's ways around that. And I think the big thing with Koto Matsukami is the fact that the only time we really see it used, is it's used subtly to influence someone. It's not outright used to just control someone's mind, be like, haha, you better obey me now. It's not like that. No, it's Danzo had to make sure no one thought he was using him to use it. And I think therein lies the catch with the technique. Even though it is a supremely powerful technique, it's strong enough to negate Kabuto's Edo Tensei, absolutely. But that was something he was willing to have it do. It also has a drastic period of cooldown. Technique allows to enter the minds of individual within their field of view and manipulate them by giving them false experiences, making it seem as though they were doing things of their own for real. It's regarded as a genjutsu of the highest caliber due to the victim being entirely unaware that they're being manipulated. But here's the problem here. If they are aware they're being manipulated, then you can fight back against the genjutsu. Then it's actually completely irrelevant. It's one of those things that if you know the genjutsu is happening, it's actually a completely useless genjutsu at that point. Well, maybe not completely useless if they're still not able to determine which one of their actions are their own. But it's unlike Tsukiyomi, which is directly like doing whatever you want, manipulating your world, all that. It's one of those things that once they figured out it was being used on Kafune, it was useless at that point. Um, I say all this because if at any point in time Itachi is able to layer it under there, or use the genjutsu like straight out, like try to use it like as he uses Tsukiyomi, Sasuke might just be able to completely neg it. If he's able to try to subtly influence Sasuke to protect the village, that would be great, except for the fact that once Sasuke learns the truth, his hatred would completely override that, I think. Because Sasuke was, at that point in time, even in the canon, his hatred was so dominant that it could probably override that. But you know what? For the sake of argument, and the sake of storytelling, let's say he did, in fact, layer the genjutsu under the genjutsu, and he did, in fact, put the protect the village thing in Sasuke. Well, Sasuke still wants revenge on Danzo, and even though he wants revenge on the village, he feels conflicted about it for some reason and doesn't know why. But still, that's what he wants to do. And he's asked and tasked with going and getting Killer B, which he does. He goes, and they confront Killer B, and at this point, it's pretty close to what you get in the original, minus the fact you have the sound 4 instead of Jugo, Suigetsu, and Karin. And Killer B is just wreaking shop on them. I do think it results in the death of one of them, / two of them. Sokka and Ukon maybe try to, not subvert, that's not the right word, subdue Killer B by trying to merge them. Unfortunately, they're probably not accustomed to Tail Beast chakra, so when they do it, they're just, it just burns their bodies from the inside. Like one of them dies and just like, oh God, you son of a, oh, shut up, you fake ass bitch, or whatever Killer B would say. Just raps on their graves and just slices them and just dead. Goes full 8 Tails mode. Sasuke has to go Amaterasu. B hides in the tentacle, obviously. And they go and they bring the 8 Tails to him. And it's like, you did well, Sasuke. Well, impressive. You promised it. Indeed, I did. And he just gives him. And they talk about it. And so Sasuke ultimately learns another thing or two. Kind of getting into that a little bit. And heads back to the village. Meanwhile, Obito basically looks to Pain after killing Jiraiya. He's like, how are you feeling after the death of your formation? I feel nothing. In this world, they only know pain. It's like, then go. Get the 9, 6, and 7 tails. I don't know why I said in that word. The 9, 7, and 6 tails from Uzu. It is not as you request. And soon they will know the true meaning of pain. And so, Nagato and Konan go to Uzu to get the 3 tail beasts there. Now, we'll focus on that first, because I actually like where I kind of wrote this to end off on for the other part of it. Sasuke will do second. This isn't going to be quite as simple as being able to just yeet the animal path and summon everyone in there. Uzu doesn't have that kind of border. In fact, they're pretty open in terms of the area around them, but they're surrounded by whirlpools and ocean. So they have to think of a different way to get in there. Luckily, they do have Konan, who can morph into paper and probably does like a whole bird thing, shoots the animal path in there, only for the animal path to get in there, summon the other paths, and is about to summon something else until poof, it's just the animal path suddenly gets a kunai chain straight through the head. Just and there's a it's like, and the animal path just goes limp. Just it's like, who did? And I was like, I don't know who you think you are, but they are. But you're in the wrong village. You're in the wrong place to just start an invasion. Karin just got the animal path. It's like, I see. You must be Karin Uzumaki. We've been hearing the stories of your medical prowess. Seems you rival even the great Tsunade. It's an honor, but unfortunately, I'm here to meet your Uzukage, as well as a few of your other friends. And she recognizes the robes now from what she's heard the reports. Like, so you're the Akatsuki. You want to meet our Uzukage? By all means. And all of a sudden, there's like a crescent strike of of wind coming, which is stopped by the Priya path. And there you see Naruto in his actual like combat attire now, which I imagine would look like his sage cloak with his sword. He doesn't wear that. He's probably wearing, honestly, I can see him wearing his adult clothes. The orange shirt, black pants. It's just more fits more like this does. And he's got the cloak there and all that. Look, and he's in sage mode. He's like, I'm Naruto. It's you want me? Here I am. So this is the Nine Tails Uzukage I've heard so much about, and you're the Akatsuki who we've heard so much about. If you think you're going to be taking us, you're sorely mistaken. He just rushes in, only to be stopped by this David Pat. I'm afraid you're the one who's mistaken. For peace to exist, pain must first come. And then just Shinra Tensei. Naruto gets blasted back. Only for the 5 remaining paths, because the animal path got yeeted. Like I used the term yeet, but it's like, yeah, she just tossed it. The Naraka path, who was able to heal them, isn't able to get close enough to it to do anything. Because there are paths of getting ready to attack, everything else, but then you have in their two-tailed version cloaks, Utakata and Fu just tail beast bombs them and pretty much blast them right out of the village. There's definitely some damage to the village. Everyone's prepared, so no one's hurt ultimately. Zabuza and Gorin are there, and they're like, what the hell's going on here? To which Naruto gets back up fine as Fu and Utakata take chase. It's like, everything's fine. Don't worry. Keep everyone here in the village safe. It's like, what's going on, brat? Looks like the Akatsuki have finally made their move on us. It's like that. And he kind of gives almost like a predatory grin that would make Zabuza kind of pressing. And it'd be rude to just leave them waiting. So yeah, and just keep the villagers safe and keep damage and collateral as close to minimum as possible. Yes, Lord Uzukage. And so Naruto sprints off. He gets into Tail Beast Cloak mode, strong as he can go, while still using his chakra, Sage mode. And he gets there, and he sees Chome struggling against guy. Like, the Prana Path is on top of Chome, like, absorbing as much of her chakra as possible. She's trying to shake her off. The Azura Path's blasting Chome. Meanwhile, Utakata is actually pinned. Like, he's pinned with these black rods that Naruto sees. And it's like, 1 down. 2 to go. 1 down, 2 to go. And just as the human path is about to basically take out his soul, Naruto comes in and just cleaves right through just takes his head off. Naruto launches Tornado Fist, just blasting a couple of them more away. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you're the one. I'm the one you really want. You're wrong. I want all of you. It's like, no, it's like, fool, I can't shake this guy. He's absorbing my chakra. And summons some shadow clones. You're not. I will not allow you. Busho Tenin. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? You won't allow. Because Naruto then comes in, and Pain has to stop the Busho Tenin so his arm doesn't get cut off. Naruto then comes in with some kunai using wind jutsu or whatever, or water jutsu. Take your pick. I know how I'm ending this fight. The middle ground is the more fun part I'm playing with right now. And he basically is able to get the Prita path off him getting kunai, takes the kunai out of his back. Naruto then comes in, one of the Naruto comes in, gets in a rocket path from the back, so now he can't recover any of his paths. No one's giving Pain this much trouble. Yeah, you really are a nuisance, Naruto Uzumaki. It's like, yeah, I get that a lot. Fu, get those rods out of Utakata. I always have trouble with that name, Utakata, and get out of here. Oh no, I will not let you leave. Busho Tenin, and all of a sudden he has to Busho Tenin, he has to just quickly nope. It's like, I've been noticing you don't spam that technique. You must have some sort of cooldown, right? And they just continue their fight out. Naruto's launching wind jutsu, fire stuff. He combines a tornado fist with a fireball, and combines his Rasengan, just the Prana path. It starts to absorb, but Naruto comes through and just runs them through, covering himself with wind chakra to avoid being killed. And finally, a Shinra Tensei blasts Naruto back, Busho Tenin, and then just and Naruto gets pulled back again. This time he gets one of the chakra rods in him. His sage mode falters. Just and then suddenly just choo 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 choo. And now Pain is just holding him up so he doesn't drown. It's like, do not worry, I will not kill you here, Ninetales. And he gives his speech about peace. Naruto can't move. It's like, God damn it! And Karin can sense everything that's going on. She's like, Naruto, it's like, you trust that boyfriend of yours with my life. And it's like, then trust that he can get the job done. And Naruto is listening to everything. He's like, you killed our sensei. He's like, I did, and I would do it all again in the name of peace. For all you don't understand what true hardship is, Naruto. And he explains a little bit of what happened to him. And Naruto thinks back to his past. And he just kind of like, yeah, no, I get it more than you know. But pain is not the way to peace. Pain is just a way to more pain. And if that's how you believe, and that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. Then the only way to stop this cycle is to stop the pain. And all of a sudden, Naruto poofs is like, a shadow clone. When did that? All of a sudden, the Naruto who had been under the water the whole time, holding his breath and preparing something, pops out back into Sage mode. It's like, sorry about that, but I just needed some time. It's like, you really think there's only 3 of the paths left, by the way. There's the Azura path, the Deva path. Actually, no, I take that back. There's only 2 paths left. And so Naruto's like, I still got 2 paths, and these guys are no weaklings. And that Rinnegan is something fierce. And so he just says, hey, sorry, I had to prepare something. You really think you can stop me? Yeah, you've only temporarily stopped my path. More bodies can always be found. That's true, but what happens when you have no more bodies left? And he finally just does it. It's like, all of a sudden, the water starts to whirlpool, and I was like, what is this? And he's just trying to move. He tries to start to, like, just rush Naruto, but the water's sucking him in like this. This isn't normal water, this is chakra. And he just sees all of a sudden the water shimmering with a massive seal matrix. Like, a seal matrix on a liquid surface? What type of... and he realizes, of course, Uzumaki sealing arts. Now he's actually concerned. And it's like, no, this is the name I created. What was the name I created? Hold on. And all of a sudden, secret Uzumaki sealing art, depth charge mausoleum. And all of a sudden, the 2 remaining pains are sucked underwater. Right? Or actually, no, they're encased in almost like a diamond cage of water. He tries Shinra Tensei, and it blasts only to just reform. Yeah, that repulsion isn't going to work. The chakra in this water is so binding that it immediately reforms as soon as it's dispersed. And you don't have I can already tell you don't have enough power. And he's like, Pain's like, what? And he's got to cool down again for the next one. Does it again, Shinra Tensei. It blasts open. He tries to get out, just poof. And then he just does the sealing technique, which is essentially kind of a seal ninjutsu. And Pain notes that the chakra he used was weaker. That's right. The seal absorbs the chakra the people attacked and then uses it to destroy everything inside. So be crushed by the depths of the waves. And they just the diamond suddenly goes back. You can see it glowing underneath, and all of a sudden, just like I used the term depth charge, and he keeps using Shinra Tensei. He tries to use the massive one. He's running out of chakra. You just hear a poof, and then the crushed bodies of the Pains float up. Naruto just, and because he's still in Sage mode, because he had to be in Sage mode to kind of do this effectively, he can sense off on the distance in the Konan and Naruto on the shoreline, and so he makes a beeline for them. And ultimately, it seems we failed. It's like, Nagato, are you okay? I'm fine. But to think the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki was that strong, even without Yoing full power. This we'll have to report. And reporting, we'll have to report we failed. To which Naruto quickly points out, is that a fact? And when Naruto's there, he's got a sword on his shoulder there. And I see. Perhaps it will not be a complete loss after all. The Nine-Tails has come to offer itself willingly to us. And Naruto's like, I'm really getting tired of people referring to me by the fox's name, not my own. You'll be coming with us then, Naruto. And he fires the rod, only for Naruto. You go into both Kurama, Sage Mode, just grabs it. No, that's not happening. You've lost here. You will not be taking any of my friends with me. Tail be so your friends. You call the tail beast your friends. I call Fu and Utaka my friends. But honestly, I've talked with I've talked with the two Chome and Sabi. I can never remember Sabity. I can't remember the slug's name. And they're actually pretty decent guys once you get to know them. To which, unfortunately, the fox still won't tell me his name. But we're all right. We're on decent terms too. Friends with tail beasts. You're choking me. Choking. Naruto gets serious, and the only joke here is you. And he points his sword at him like, you threaten my home, you threaten my people. Why? Why would you do all this? Why would you? Well, how could you, a student of our sensei, fall so far? Like, he points out that even though Naruto didn't know Jiraiya as long as he did in the original, he can still consider himself a student of Jiraiya, just as Nagato is. And Nagato just closes his eyes and thinks for a minute, and then they had their talk about their past and all that. And Naruto thinks about it, and he pulls out something from his that he keeps on his person. His copy of what was it? Not Galley Drive, but the Galleon Ninja or whatever. The book that he wrote prior to Make Up Paradise. And I was named after this character. He told me I was named after this character apparently by my father. And if there's a way to find peace, I will find it. So forth and so on. And Naruto just kind of smiles like, our sensei's plight, or our sensei's spirit truly does live with you, doesn't it, Naruto? And Nagato does sense, along with Naruto, someone else watching. And Naruto's like, hold on one second. He just puts like some chakra into a kunai, just rushes, and the Zetsu clone, one of the halves of the Zetsu just gets skewered. Then the black says like, oh crap, I gotta get out of here. So he knows I'm here. It seems they know that I not only failed, but I plan to betray them. And Konan's like, well, we'll be prepared no matter what. Like, I'm not sure we will, Konan. You know exactly why they'll be coming for me. Naruto, I hold something that the Akatsuki hold most precious, and that they will do anything to have. And if they have it, it'll make the ninja world more difficult for you. So I need you to be the guard of it. It's like, Naruto, as a fellow student of their sensei, or what is it exactly? And he just, my eyes like, huh? It's like, what? The Rinnegan is a powerful weapon. It can be used for both evil and good. That is all up to the user. If it falls in the hands of the Akatsuki, it will surely be used for something far worse than I had ever intended for it. But in your hands, it might be used for something for a greater good than I could ever have dreamed of. Use them or destroy them. Use them or destroy them. But I know you will make whatever choice you make. I know it will be for the better of people, of your people, as well as the ninja world. And so Konan and him bid farewell. Konan turns basically into a bird, or whatever it is she did, to like some sort of paper teleportation. And I was like, oh, well, it's like, geez. All right. And he basically goes back, and he goes to the car, and he's like, yeah, we're going to have to figure out what to do with these. And so that ends part 1 of this part 12. Part 2, Sasuke's return to the Leaf. Sasuke makes it back under the guise that the mission ultimately the mission on he doesn't say, he's like, I did ultimately end up killing Itachi. I found Itachi and I killed him. We battled and he did die. He basically said that the mission was a bust, but en route back he wound up finding Itachi. Itachi found him and they duked it out, and he has been recovering for the last couple of days before he can make it. And they sense no deception from him, because what he's telling them is from a certain point of view. What I told you was true from a certain point of view. What happened, he did run into Itachi and he did end up killing him. Kakashi still can sense something's off, but does nothing else. Tsunade also can tell something's off, but at the same time can tell he's telling the truth. Very well. Well, your clan can finally rest in peace then, I suppose. And Sasuke kind of just has a bit of a vacant look. Like, yes, they certainly can. I'm certain they can. Excuse me, I'm a bit tired. I'd like some time to rest. I was like, of course, Sasuke, you take the time you need. Yep, and it goes. And everyone except Sakura, because even though Sakura's grown up a bit, she's still, growing up a bit, she's still very much blinded by these certain things. Like, Sasuke, I'll walk you out. And Kakashi and Tsunade, and even Sai says, yeah, something's not right here. And Sai actually admits, says, there's something I need to tell you. Though I don't know what I can tell you, unfortunately. There's something I wish I could tell you, but unfortunately, Danzo has keeps us in check. And he says this, and like, I see. Now that being said, you're not allowed to say anything about Danzo, at least about what he was. I don't know if he could tell them that Sasuke was on a mission. What Danzo had sent him out to do. You know what? I think you could do this. He couldn't tell them about Danzo's true intentions, but maybe you could just say what Danzo did. Maybe. But I don't know. Maybe not. Because it really does prevent them from talking much about that seal. Really does prevent them from saying much about Danzo. I don't know. Maybe, but I know there's a workaround for that, and that's what I designed into this. So eventually, Sasuke goes, takes a moment to rest at home, but he recovers and he goes to Root, and there's Danzo waiting. He's like, Sasuke. So I've heard the report. So you were successful in killing Itachi after all. Yes, I was. And did you manage to acquire his eyes? To which Sasuke says, I fortunately was not. He crushed them before, and he lied. This time when he lies about it, it crushed them before I was able to get to acquire them. That would be, and that sounds like something Itachi would do too. So Danzo can buy that. That does sound like something Itachi would pull in this death throw. Still, you did well, Sasuke. Your clan seems to be. Your clan can rest easy now. Just parroting what they said. And to which, if there's nothing else to report, you may go for now. And to which he turns around before Sasuke actually says, there is something though. I learned a little. I was able to learn something from Itachi. Oh, what's that? And all of a sudden, Sasuke just. Poof, that you were the one that everything that befalled my clan, him and myself, is because of you. Oh, and what did Itachi tell you? And again, it's not Itachi who said it, but he's basically relaying everything that Obito said to him. Danzo hears this and he's just, I see. So you choose choose to be a threat to the village then, is that right? Answer the question. I assume it's obvious. What he told you was absolutely true. Your clan was a threat to this village. All because they wanted more power, that they thought they were above everyone else. Well, and where are they now? Because of their passions and their ambitions. Dead in the ground, with you being the last survivor. Or you were the last survivor. And all of a sudden, Torune, or the two of his Zavar plus extra root nin show up, and the sound 4, the remaining, or sound 3 of this place, which he summoned courtesy of the special little summoning that he was given by Kabuto, come in and they do battle with those guys. Where Sasuke activates his Mangekyo. I see. So you've awoken your Mangekyo after all. Good. That's good. I was hoping you before I took your eyes. It's like, that's right, Sasuke. That's right. And he just suddenly activates the seal, and Sasuke suddenly goes, Gah! Starts screaming in pain. You really think all those seals were for your benefit, Sasuke? Hensing your physical strength, storage seals, chakra absorption, courtesy of the Uzumaki, and that little treaty we have. Even, I must admit, it did seem to benefit us in the long term. But I'll deal with them soon enough. But on to you. You really think I would trust the fate of our village to a damn Uchiha, part of a cursed clan of hatred and love, when all are cursed with weakness? All of you and your clan have been nothing but traitors to this village. They'll see it my mission to wipe you from this village. And Sasuke just, all of a sudden his curse mark activates, and he goes and activates fully to the point where something is like, what is this? And all of a sudden it goes in, starts kind of like eating away at the seal that is basically killing him, and just breaks it, and he goes into his full second curse mark stage. Like, You really think I would have come here? You really think I didn't know at least one of those seals was designed to kill me? Danzo tries to activate a second seal. He just breaks it again with his just pure chakra. And Susanoo, I'm more. I came prepared. Where do you think these sound ninja came from? But Orochimaru's dead. What possibly could you? And then he just remembers Kabuto, and all of a sudden Sasuke disappears. And then Danzo tries to get away, only for him to be just grabbed by a Susanoo. Just, no, no. Like, yeah. And this is for my clan. Is there no? And just crushes him. Reason to be this easy to do it? He never once activated any of his Sharingan. He couldn't activate as Nagi. He couldn't do any of that. Theoretically, he could activate his own Koto Matsukame, but that would take some time. And Sasuke was moving too fast for him to do it. Honestly, I think. See, here's the thing. We know he had basically a booby trap seal on him, Danzo. But I don't know if him crushing Danzo like that would activate that. He just crushed him, and maybe his head is rolling, and Sasuke sees the head, and just and realizes there's an eye. He sees the eye. He's like, he's got a Sharingan. And he just takes the eye for him, saying, this belongs to my clan. And so he takes that eye. And now bear with me on this concept, because I'm considering this, but we'll see what happens down the road. We know what happens when you implant someone's eye into your eye. You get the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. What would happen if you implanted two different eyes? Hypothetically, if you implanted Itachi's eye in one eye and Shusui's eye in the other eye, would he have two different eternal Mangekyo Sharingans to activate his own? Obviously, he'd still have the perfect Susanoo. But would he have access to both jutsus? Because we know he can use Amaterasu. That was very much Itachi's thing, but his Mangekyo seems to be able to do that too. We see him use Genjutsu, but we never see him use Tsukiyomi. I don't know if it's said he can use Tsukiyomi or not. And every Uchiha with a Mangekyo can activate a Susanoo. That's common. But every Mangekyo Sharingan has its own unique ability. But we know that Kakashi did inherit the Kamui from Obito's eye. I would assume yes, because he has two different Sharingans in his eye. I would assume he'd have it, hypothetically. Regardless, though, we move to what's left of the fight. And unfortunately, the fight had moved out. The fight had moved out into the actual outside, to which this had brought Tsunade onto the scene, so as a couple of ninja. Jirobo had been killed straight out by Tsunade, who he tried to be like out-muscle her. She's like, poof, boom, break, dead. Kinemaro and Tayuya, however, I think were caught. Kakashi's Sharingan easily can just bypass her Genjutsu and just knock her out. And then Neji, getting his official match with Kinemaro, uses vacuum palm, blasts him, and then quickly comes in with gentle fist. He tries to stop it, but not before getting knocked out. As well as maybe a couple other people stepped in. So those two are captured for interrogation. And they see where it came from, and she's like, that's where Danzo's root foundation. He says, these are root ninja. This is Danzo's work. And they see walking away from there Sasuke, and they're all standing their ground. Sasuke, who's beaten, torn, still actually got a bit of his curse mark activated, not realizing, and he's kind of like in his own head, realizing, oh, my curse mark's activated, kind of deactivates it for everyone to see. And they're like, Sasuke, what did you do, Sasuke? They're all squared up, and Sasuke now just glaring at them. I'm taking revenge for I killed Danzo. I think if we're doing it by how it would probably be phrased in the manga, if I were writing this as a manga, and how a chapter went, I'm taking back my clan's legacy. And so that is where we'll leave part 12. Sasuke now openly in defiance of belief, probably ready to fight these efforts, and Naruto getting hold of the Rinnegan. Join us next time for when shit's about to hit the fan. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks next time.